lads, excellent, and I mean excellent news for the Indiana Fever.
Caitlin Clark just finished her first full speed drill in 24 days, and if today's practice footage is any clue, the WNBA is about to feel the aftershock.
It looks like we got some interesting news. Caitlin Clark was back at practice today.
I think Caitlin Clark in practice clothes right there kind of provided some folks with some hope. It's like, okay. Maybe she's about to come back, right?
What does a groin strain, 3 weeks of rehab, and a gym packed with cell phones all add up to? A return that could flip the entire playoff bracket on its head. Stay locked in, because over the next 15 minutes, we'll draw a lightning-fast timeline of Clark's injury saga, break down frame by frame why today's moves look healthier than ever, and let you vote right now on how many threes Clark is about to rain when she finally suits up.
The WNBA have said her estimated return date is the 12th of August. I think that's probably a fair estimate.
Is she closer to a return?
Before the deep dive, here's the saga. No filler, just dates that matter. July 7th, in Connecticut, Clark threads a dime, grabs her right groin, and Fever Nation collectively gasps. July 8 to 12, Bosbeanie, MRIs, ice packs, and that dreaded day-to-day label swirl through your feed. July 14th, she skips the All-Star game in her own arena so the medical team can play it safe. July 22 to 28th, 5 DNPs, endless slow-mo replays, one question, when's she back?
81, that's a lot of games, no injuries. Then, she missed some preseason games with what was announced as left leg tightness. Then she missed 5 regular season games with what was announced as left quad strain. Then she missed 5 more regular season games with what was announced as left groin. Now she has missed the last 2 games, regular season games, along with the 3-point shootout in the All-Star game in her house, Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, where she was reduced to being a coach/cheerleader. She's missed all that with what was announced as a right.
Today, July 29, 10:03 a.m., Ayers cast catch Clark lacing up for first full contact work. No wrap, no limp, no doubts. Story told in 30 seconds. Now, let's decode what her body language is screaming to the league.
Caitlin Clark is in gear. She is in gear at practice. As that is super duper important. That is a big sign when it comes to Caitlin Clark. So she's had 3.5 weeks for what is an injury you can probably come back from after. Like a not even groin strain, like a 0 grade, like a grade 0 groin strain, a little bit of pain in my groin. Like that is an injury you can come back from after. That's an injury you can.
When you replay the raw clip and half speed, 3 things jump off the screen. 1, stride length. Clark's first transition sprint covers the length of the key in just under 1.5 seconds, exactly on par with her pre-injury combine data. 2, plant foot confidence. Watch her right leg on that hop step into a step back 3. 0 favoring, no bunny hop, full heel toe transfer. For groin rehab, that inside edge push-off is the acid test. She nails it twice. 3, body language. Chest high, shoulders relaxed, quick grin at Aaliyah Boston after swishing the first triple. Athletes hide pain poorly. Caitlin's telling us flat out, I'm good. And here's the kicker. Team trainer Dr. Alyssa Graves, standing 10 feet away, never flinches, never reaches for a stopwatch. That silent confidence says volumes.
As long as the Indiana Fever can thread water up until the 10th of August, they're fine. They're absolutely fine. Like the Indiana Fever are 13-12 right now. To make the playoffs, you probably need to be, you need 20, I would say 20 wins gets you into the playoffs. There's 8 teams in a 13-team league. 20 and 24 should statistically get you into the playoffs.
But eyeballs only go so far. Let's marry the clip with hard data. According to Mayo Clinic and NBA groin strain protocols, a grade 1 strain shoulders a 7 to 14 day return. Clark hit day 24 and looks 100%, suggesting the Fever classified her more conservatively, think grade 2 micro tear, then overshot the timeline to dodge setbacks. Translation? They just gained a fully recharged superstar when other teams are nursing late season fatigue.
In about 2 weeks, there'll be around 10 games out of a playoff run, and there's speculation that maybe she's going to take the time off, take a look at where the team is at for the playoffs, maybe in a week or two, and then make a determination. I mean, look, if something happens, and I mean, God forbid they lose 8 in a row and they're out of it. They're gone. Playoff hopes dashed, right? If that was to happen, then there ain't no point of her coming back.
Now let's talk supporting cast, because they quietly leveled up while the spotlight watched the trainer's table. Sophie Cunningham shot a ridiculous 58% from deep during Clark's downtime. Defenses can't sag off that corner anymore. Kelsey Mitchell reminded everyone she can drop a 20 bomb on any given night. Ask the defending champs who felt her 21-pointer. Natasha Howard kept the locker room gluey, averaging 8 boards and an untrackable amount of veteran head pats. And Aaliyah Boston, she's quietly posting the 9th best defensive win shares in the league. Throw in the sneaky 7-day signing of floor spacing forward Chloe Bibby, and suddenly the Fever offense looks like surround sound speakers waiting for their subwoofer, aka Clark.
Stop playing games, Stephanie White. I hope you're not going to try to use these late season additions, the Ari McDonald's, the Chloe Bibbies, Caitlin Clark's injury. I hope you're not going to try to use this as an excuse for you not to make the playoffs. You need to make the playoffs, period. I don't want to hear none of these.
Coach Stephanie White has been cryptic but optimistic. One day at a time, she keeps saying. Translate that into practical scheduling, and you get 2 circled dates. August 9th versus Chicago, a home crowd, a forgiving defense, and a built-in rivalry storyline. August 12th versus Dallas, extra buffer, plus Dallas ranks bottom 3 in transition defense. Perfect rust-buster game. Why not sooner? Because Clark entered full contact only today. Standard conditioning ramp takes 5-7 practices before live bullets.
So I would say she's going to ramp up and play a bit of 5v5 by maybe the 1st of August. And then it's going to be probably maybe another week. So they then play on Sunday against the Storm. I don't think she plays that one. They play Tuesday the 6th against the Sparks. It's an away game at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I don't see her playing that. I don't see her playing an away at 10 p.m. Eastern time game against the Mercury. I think her first game back is probably going to be either the 9th of August against the Sky or the 12th of August against the Wings. That would be my prediction. So, what's that? That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
And here's where you come in. Comment poll time. How many threes does Caitlin splash in her first game back? 0-2, shaking off rust. 3-4, business as usual. And 5+ statement game. Pin your pick below, then check the next episode to see if the hive mind nailed it.
Do I think Caitlin Clark should take it as handy as possible? Of course. Take it as handy as possible. Go as slow as possible. Go at whatever speed you feel comfortable at, Caitlin. Take as much time as you need. Take more time than you...
Clark's return isn't just a Fever headline, it's a WNBA chess move. National viewership spikes 18% when she plays, per Nielsen. That means bigger ad buys for league broadcasts, which trickles down to every franchise's bottom line. Defensively, opponents must extend 2 extra feet beyond the arc, opening driving lanes for cutters who've grown comfortable attacking without her. Imagine Boston sealing a smaller big because the weak side help is glued to Clark at 28 feet. That's an easy dump down and one. Pace of play jumps as well. The Fever averaged 3.4 more possessions per game with her versus without. More possessions equals more variance equals more upset potential come playoffs.
Actually, as you probably know, won the Commissioner's Cup championship game without Caitlin Clark. So the leading vote getter in the All-Star game is, cold hard truth, having a terrible season so far. In fact, it has been so bad that sometimes I've wondered if maybe she took a few games off just to give herself a much-needed mental break.
Yeah, I think when the injury happened, it was pretty frustrating considering I knew what the coming days were going to hold for myself. But I feel like dealing with that and then also just trying to look at it in the most positive manner that I can and being a part of this. And, that wasn't going to be taken away from me.
So every contender, from New York to Vegas, just circled the Fever rematch on their whiteboards. They're not facing the team that scraped by in July. They're facing a group that learned to win without its engine, then got the engine back. Never underestimate the mindset factor. Clark has missed a grand total of 0 collegiate games due to injury, sitting out gnawed at her competitive DNA. She spent the downtime devouring film. Yes, we confirmed with a team source she watched every possession of her rookie season twice, tagging where defenders iced her off ball screens. Pair that obsession with the chip of hearing whisper threads that the Rookie of the Year race was wide open without her. What you get is a walking flamethrower disguised as a point guard. And the locker room feels it. Cunningham called her our fuel tank in a post-practice interview today. That's a vet telegraphing to the rest of the league. Our turbo boost is reinstalled. Good luck.
Back and watch the play on which she, according to the team, pulled her right groin. That came with 39 seconds left against Connecticut up in the Boston Celtics house. And the play just looks so routine to my eyes. There's no awkward slip or fall. She makes a sweet little feed to Kelsey Mitchell, breaking free down the baseline for a layup. No doubt Caitlin's the best passer in the W. But as she turns to trot back up court, she grabs her right groin. Then she goes and lightly bangs her head against the far stanchion in frustration. Then she goes to the bench and covers her head with a towel in abject frustration.
Okay, hype is fun, but let's ground this. Odds are Clark returns on a minute monitor the first 2 games. 22, 25 minutes, then a ramp to 30 plus. Her shooting legs may lag the handle. Expect the first 3 to graze front iron before the muscle memory settles. And yes, there's always re-injury risk. Groin strains relapse in about 12% of cases if volume spikes too quickly. Coach White's staff knows this. They'll yank her after 6-minute bursts, ice between quarters, and track adductor activation with force plates post-game. Boring science, crucial results. But if the data holds and the medical plan sticks, by August 20th, we should see vintage averages. 19 points, 6 dimes, 38% from deep.
But all I know for sure about the WNBA is that it had better get Caitlin Clark physically and mentally healthy or risk sliding right back off the national.
Now zoom out. Women's hoops is riding an unprecedented wave. Record merch sales, primetime slots, expansion rumors in Portland and the Bay. The league's magnet, like it or not, is Caitlin Clark's range, swagger, and tweet storm reach. Her healthy return fortifies that momentum heading into playoff rating season. And if Indiana strings together a late season charge, imagine a first-round series that pits rookie phenom versus super team of vets. Storylines print themselves, sponsors salivate. Casual fans stay up for West Coast tip-offs. Everyone eats. That's why today's 8 seconds of practice footage matter more than you'd think. They could dictate ad revenue, ticket scalpers prices, and maybe, just maybe, the first Fever playoff win in 8 years. Your move. Tell us how many threes Clark splashes in her comeback. Smash subscribe if you want to support us, and tap the bell so YouTube actually reminds you. Ready for the next chapter in this Fever ride? Tap right here to keep the momentum rolling. Whatever drops next, you won't want to miss it. I'll catch you over there.